we've got first pick again, and a lot of weight has been put on second pick to do the heavy lifting in terms of banning away the OPs.
Yeah.
But you know, with Malphite now taking out the equation, it's kind of Jace
or bust.
Jace is a big one, Varus is a big one, and Rumble's a big one. So
oh yes, the Rumble.
I think the expectation is kind of that DRX will have.
Wir kriegen jetzt neue Champions, das ist die Expectation. Die Expectation, wir kriegen jetzt neue, schöne, coole Champions.
Yeah. And that's what they're doing.
Das kriegen wir jetzt.
As the Lucian
Wir kriegen jetzt neue Meta.
taken away. So Rumble definitely needing to be banned. I think that is the highest priority. Champion has been pretty ridiculous.
And then what are you looking to get in terms of first pick? You know, the Corki's been thrown around as a ban. So
oh, that's a good one.
Maybe that's something you could prioritize as a first pick even, or look to ban, or see if he gets through. That's a question mark. LeBlanc coming through as a ban.
I think Roma was just like, you know what? This made me really sad last week. So
In der Liga spielen wir Best of 3. Das ist die Super Week von der Regular Season. Die letzte Woche der Regular Season. Ab nächste Woche gehen wir in die Play-ins rein. Deswegen jetzt nochmal. Deswegen jetzt nochmal Best of 5 zum Abschluss. Es sind nur noch 5 Best of Begegnungen übrig gewesen. So passt das richtig gut ins Schedule rein. Welchen Pick fändest du geil? Eine kleine feine Diana jetzt.
So, I mean, the other thing that was banned in the last game was Poppy. I think the Varus was extraordinarily obvious, but is the Poppy...
Wer spielt die Game 5 Jinx, ist die Frage.
But it's also a flex. So, but the thing is, it's good into champions with dashes. There's a lot of champions with dashes, but Bull to go
blind quickly. Zoe first pick for Roma.
This is what I was thinking with the LeBlanc being banned, that it could make sense. We've seen a lot of Zoe's.
Zoe first pick. Syndra?
Really effective.
Oder ein kleiner Garo, ist doch Galio, oder? Oh, ist wahrscheinlich Galio.
I think that's kind of crazy.
Oh, ist wahrscheinlich Galio.
Oh dear, this could be this could theoretically be rich.
Okay, Syndra bin ich auch dabei.
As the Zoe, like, it thrives in compositions that are just chaos.
Cool. Oh, sie gehen beides. Nee, sie gehen nicht beides.
Sort of situation here, but the Syndra will be locked in. Nautilus now for Andil. Possible angle here, unless the Willow wants to take it into the jungle, Raptor style. But I highly doubt that, although there are a lot of jungles that have been taken away. There's a lot of things that we have to look at as far as the things that have been
Mundo offen. Mundo Low-Key, Mundo Zoe. Geht hart. Why not?
Of course, the Rumble, Jace, Varus, and Corki have all been banned away once again. But Gideon could hop onto his Poppy now. It isn't necessarily the most value into a Syndra, but Nautilus can have a frustrating time into the champion.
You know, honestly, I'm just thinking, I remember there was that Zoe Nocturne composition that KT played against.
Oh, true.
Gen G last year in playoffs. Something like that could be a little bit scary.
Muss ich mir so wenig mehr im Pro-Play, super situational. Geil gegen Tank-Comps, aber auch Low-Range und so.
Yeah.
Ja.
And, support sort of handshake as well.
Yeah, this is interesting. Maybe... Oh, they are going the Zoe Nocturne.
All right. Gideon gonna lock that one away.
Yeah,
let's see whether there's an answer for DRX.
If you land the Sleepy Trouble Bubble, you have the follow-up, right? You just pop the ult and you zoom on in. A lot of threat onto... I mean, anyone who gets hit by the bubble.
Zoe Nocturne. Bäh, Jin.
Like,
so ein Dreckschamp. Ich hasse Jin.
From anything. I am not coming near. I'm standing behind my front line. I'm not going to get hit by a bubble. I'm playing Jin. Have fun.
Yep.
Also something with a stronger lane, so... with a lot of 80 carries already taken away, that's a question, what's going to be picked up? I do want to mention, when they played the Zoe Nocturne...
Und denkst du, dass Jin hier schlecht sei? Jin ist immer schlecht. Scheiß Champ. Macht nix. Außer er kriegt 4 Items. Noch 4 Items? Okay, davor weiß ich nicht. Kein Freund.
Definitely work very, very well. Especially if casting is going to be playing something with a little bit of AD towards that top side of the map. Aatrox still available. There are a few things that can still definitely do a fair bit of damage coming out of the top side. Is Kennen going to be taken away? That is one of those. But Nah, Renekton, Ambessa, Zahan, like all of these champs already being taken away here.
Yeah, what stands out to me in the top lane that's left open is Rek'Sai.
Oh, that's a good point.
We've had
Sion as well.
Yeah, actually, a lot of the tanks have kind of been left open. But I feel like Rek'Sai is kind of, you know, he's really solid in lane, and then you get to late game, and he's actually, she actually has been kind of popping off Especially when she's got golden.
Kann man gegen Nocturne und Split Top Laner spielen? Naja, kannst du schon. Brauchst halt brauchst theoretisch einen Jungle, der auf deiner Seite matcht.
AD carry Bro has, if you just don't have the sustained damage, so hard to cut through a Rek'Sai. So difficult to
Cassandra ist noch offen.
So maybe that comes in as something as a priority.
I think it'd be a good idea for Rich, because otherwise you're picking Blind Scion or something like that. Instead it will be the Aatrox.
Aatrox Jungle. Bitte Jungle. Aatrox. Finde ich gut. Mag ich.
Heal on his passive. He also has a bit more damage to jungle monsters. So this could actually be a jungle Aatrox, not necessarily top lane.
He was already gesehen. Lost no buff.
Flex here, which I think is a good pickup in this situation when you don't know the top matchup.
You also, like, you don't know the support matchup, technically. So this is a lot of flexed around.
True.
Tristana being the hover right now for Teddy, who is well into the depths of his champion pool at this point in time. Oh my goodness, there are 2 AD carries.
Yeah, so wanting some sustained damage in the Tristana, which makes sense. We did see the Ziggs before, but I think having some sustained damage and reset potential on Tristana makes a lot of sense.
What if, wait, what if they do the flex? They lock in the Vayne, and we get like something wacky like Vayne versus Akshan or something in the top lane.
Sion, last pick Cassandra.
Yeah, the thing is,
less exciting.
I didn't expect the Vayne, because we've seen Vayne before. There was a hilarious game where Keen got rolled by Zeus.
Yeah.
But the reason I definitely didn't expect it was because we didn't even know if it's Aatrox top.
Yeah.
So it would be super risky to pick that here. They're just going to go for the Sion. Is it just going to be the Xante? Just be it. And game 5, this everything to be crazy, wacky. Honestly, we get
the wet noodle fight in the top lane.
We get a composition. Nothing's that crazy. You know, we get a little callback to a composition that KT ran with the Zoe Nocturne. We get Aatrox jungle, which was buffed on this patch to have a little bit of a faster clear, a bit more damage to monsters, and the passive is a little bit stronger. Other than that, though, these are just some fairly lower priority for sure, but normal picks.
Yeah. Side of the bros, I think they have damage advantage. Even though, you know, there's a higher damage tank on the side of DRX, I think that Jhin is going to get outscaled by the Tristana by a decent margin. I think a lot of this is going to come down to how well Yukal does in this matchup against the Zoe, which is what this whole composition from the bros has been built around. This is a Broma composition. As Wadid and Dagon, are we okay, guys? What went wrong, everyone? Are the lights too bright? Perhaps we need the glasses back on again. But we can see that Dagon not exactly too psyched about it, but I'm not feeling like the bros are out of it just yet. Coming out of this draft, how are you feeling, Ox?
I think there's definitely potential, right? We've seen Zoe take over games before. It's going to come down to Roma.
Yep. Let's get into game number 5. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Onto the riff for the final game of the series. And we made it to game.
Ist er noch ein Best of 5? Nein.
And now we
Danach Best of 5 ich gegen Solo Q.
Predictors getting it correct.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Demacia Teed.
Demacia Teed.
I think Garen's name is actually Demacia as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know how I was saying all of his buttons into Demacia? I think
makes sense.
Name turns into
Do you say it when you lock him in?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
every single time.
Nur 3 Games heute für dich, lol.
He was already seeing play and was already fine, you know, having some decent games. Again, it wasn't a ton, but there was some play before.
I mean, the Kanavi game was...
Sano kleinen Schnauze ist noch nicht so aus. Wieder eine nur am Donnerstag.
What a great sell.
Yeah, I needed to do that.
But he got like decent buffs. Like the bonus damage on his Q to monsters got pretty sizably increased now. So
was braucht der Nautilus Exhaust? Fein oder nicht?
Did you see Ju just reloading like all over the lane?
Das ist Upside, ich weiß nicht. Schau auf LoL Pros.
Reloading.
Just typical Jhin thing.
Oh no.
So I'm kind of excited
what the
Aatrox can do in a
game. Auch Prime League, ja, 17 Uhr.
Because I don't think Bro have that much damage to really cut through him, right? And there's a lot of melee champions who kind of have to come into him.
Oh, that's a cool little hook. Tower shot, but Andil does have the aftershock. Wait, someone just cashed in DRX tax. You're not allowed to do that.
Whoa.
That's crazy. Wait, maybe you can do that. Maybe I'm just learning now that everyone can collect the tax.
Wait, but if Bro don't have that advantage, how? The Bro fans needed really
Yeah, I was gonna
now.
say, like, I was pretty sure this was like, it's reserved for the Bros, but.
Levinson gegen Bros Cup Titel mitbekommen? Nee, habe ich nicht.
Okay, well, DRX
Nee.
is being taken out. Maybe we're gonna need some more possible things to spend our channel points on. Well, we'll see whether we can get onto that. That's crazy. All right, well, I'm reeling. As Willa, he's clearing his jungle. And that is going to be done pretty soon here. Finishing off on the Krugs.
Yeah, they do have bot prio, so
Okay, ich check das nicht. Ich habe hier noch schnell für Bronze. Das habe ich hier noch schnell. Das ist, ach, das ist deren Ding-Team. Ah, deren Baller-Team oder was?
Yeah, the Trouble Bubble can really make things difficult in this early stage. As there's the flash crashdown from Namgung.
War sind ja aber noch drin? Nee, ne? Die sind auch raus. Warte, gibt's Baller? Nee, Baller, die gibt's gar nicht. Warte mal, Baller, die gibt's gar nicht mehr oder wurde delayed? Oh, und so ist balanced. Ja. So ist balanced.
And the Bros are going to augment that with a grab as well.
I mean, just good confidence from Namgun to go for them in the brush, but also in those early fights, when Zoe has first move, you can't continue them because she's going to have so many summoners to pick up. So even if you found a way to turn that around, it's just such a massive advantage having a Zoe on your team when everyone is going into it with fresh sums. Because you look at, you know, there was one flash from Jiru, which was picked up by Roma, but if they committed to try and make that more, there'd be like 3-4 flashes available over the course of the fight. Willa, there is 3 people there.
There's a lot of bad guys. Gideon does save the spell shield for the last Q, and Willa just walks on in and smites that one away. Okay, Trouble Bubble going to connect onto the 8.
Ich hasse Zoe.
Skull Crab, so I think he's happy with what he got.
So sehr.
Just continue back. But one nice thing for Gideon, I often talk about, well, we'll see the replay of this first, but they won an award, you know, didn't expect it.
Yeah.
And just the Q flash as well meant they couldn't react to it. Flashing after, G-Ward, takes so much damage. Teddy nearly goes down, but able to...
Oder du Puss, wir flashen danach.
The mixer.
Der Tristana.
I often talk about Ultimate Hunter, and so like getting a good ult off as Nocturne, you get Ultimate Hunter, means your next ult is a lower cooldown. The fact he already has a Ultimate Hunter stack pre-6 means that he gets his first ult is going to have the reduced cooldown. So
yeah.
Immediately has increased access to it, which is really nice.
Also gets the experience from getting a kill, right? So he's even more accelerated towards that level 6.
Yeah.
Theory.
All nice things.
Yeah, working out. As Roma does have those boots 2 completed, actually going to be answering exactly the same buy as Yukal.
It's crazy to think Nocturne was a thing before Ultimate Haste was a thing.
Yeah, Nocturne's been a thing for quite many years.
And now you have like, you know, Hexplate, which is Ultimate Haste, you have Ultimate Hunter, and it's just now...
James First Base Boots Klaufhammer, ja, es werden ein schönes paar Tabis eingesteckt.
Stacks.
Ein schönes paar Tabis werden eingepackt.
And you'd build Wriggle's Lantern into Infinity Edge. It was a sick build. You did a lot of damage. Then you'd die very, very quickly. However,
that's part of the fun.
Wriggle's Lantern was so broken, it didn't really matter. As Rich does go all out against Casting here. Casting says, and what? And walks back to his turret. We'll be Rich clearing out this wave though.
Syndra soll es erlauben, wenn wir Echo picken, gibt's Krise. Okay, guck mal. Ihr habt Echo in den First Free gepickt, zusammen mit Pantheon und Jinx.
May just need to get himself out of the way.
Gegen...
And the flash to follow.
Oh mein Gott. Gideon, du bist so ein Griefer, aber es ist fein.
Tries to drift his way over, but Rich makes it to the wall. And scatter the weak out from Yukal. He needs to flash. A little bit of a disaster here.
Gegen Azir, Jarvan und, was war's noch? Yunara.
And the paddle start, not going to be enough.
Bitte.
So
reicht.
Still waiting. There is another flash in from Namgung. As Andil.
Das Ende da reinhuckt, ne? Oh mein Gott, die turnen das? No fucking way. Was macht mein Jin hier oben?
The orb flies forward and DRX answer that first kill from the Bros.
This is just crazy aggressive from the Bros, and I feel like Gideon's listening to me talking about the Ultimate Hunter stacks because like he flashed over that wall and I was like, yo, you're not even level 6, calm down. Now he's level 6.
Now you can flash the wall.
No, he doesn't need to. He can just ult over it.
Oh wait, he also can't flash over the wall.
Weil Jinx ist serious gepickt? Nein.
Flash is down.
Flash is down, yeah.
Oh, Chronicler would be so sad.
Nein.
He can't flash over the wall. Disaster.
But yeah, okay, ult. This is normally when you're like, okay, now Nocturne can play the game. He's already been playing the game for some reason.
Yeah.
Be finding windows to do stuff. It's been No, that's what sometimes happens is you get games, you hit game 5, right? The pressure's on, teams get nervous, it becomes slow, especially, like, think about it. So far this year, we've had slower games, right?
Yes.
A lot more in action.
Kein Freund vom Jin, hasse Jin.
It's game 5. You know, we've had slower
Ich hasse Jin.
how the games change. These teams are just fighting.
Die haben noch nicht den Meta-SK-Read, SK-Meta-Read. Ach, SK spielt halt basically schon Best of 5 Prep so und alle anderen spielen halt Best of 1 so. Checke. Checke schon, ja.
And we get just relentless aggression for basically no reason.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. All right, Hextech Dragon going to be the first one as well. So that's not going to be the soul. I wonder what the soul is going to be. I think we're Dew and Ocean, which is a little bit sad. But can be value. And I'm just really curious about what these later game fights are going to look like. I do feel like Teddy's positioning is going to be so important.
Honestly, I'm going to say something crazy.
Oh, please.
I wouldn't mind an Ocean into, like, a long game, right?
Oh, true.
Into, like, just a longer game, so it's not decided on the soul.
We would definitely be brewing.
Yeah, Ocean's more of a brewing dragon. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Maximum value on the series.
Max.
It's a thinking man's soul.
Exactly.
Well,
you don't just get soul and win the game. You have to think about how do we close this out.
Mein TikTok-Feed ist außerdem komplett cursed.
What is Namgun?
Es sind entweder Leute, die beim Barber danach, also entweder mit richtiger Meme-Frisur und dann sagen so Max. Und dann geht das Ding zu anderen, Max. Oder es ist Doré65.
Oh my God.
Seit gestern, mein TikTok For You-Feed ist 80% Doré65. Es ist so guckt.
Let's go.
We all know it's Chemdeck.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Und falls ihr noch nicht wisst, was Doré65 ist, dann seid ihr vielleicht auch besser dran.
The season. That'd be the way for it to go. You know?
It would.
Was? Okay, sehr gut. Du bist noch nicht guckt.
Well, we'll just have to wait 4.5
Sehr
minutes before we do get confirmation on that one. But hopefully it could
Ich bin besser dran.
a
Sehr
crowd,
gut.
which would be
GG, Gastro ist geil.
vibes. Yeah. But
GG.
more of a
Doré65 Steakhouse in Berlin, ja.
doesn't really fit in with the bro and brew mindset. As Gideon
Would let them
Was ist TikTok? Boah, du bist so gut dabei. Aber du hast auch WoW im Namen. Du bist wahrscheinlich 45 Jahre alt.
already gone.
To be fair.
them go down.
No
He's
front.
gonna be able to take the last one here. As Paddle
Und
starts.
guck mal, warte, Mali. Mali, ich küsse doch dein Herz, Bruder. Ey. Hey.
Out of the week, but Andor chilling for the moment.
I think they heard us saying they were being very active, and they're like, oh yeah, Brome Brew.
GG, Gastro ist geil. Klebst du?
Back in. Maybe
Guck mal, du bist 45. Ich wusste es. Du schreibst, klebst du.
Okay.
Und ich finde es okay.
Hilarious that
Aber du bist so alt. Wie alt bist du? Bitte.
DRX
WoW im Namen, das lügt nicht.
Someone like guys respect the Nocturne. That's the reality of it, right? You're not going to go for those aggressive plays when there is a Nocturne who can just ult it.
Das ist ein Self-Report.
that there is definitely
Ja, wie alt?
decided to do things a whole lot before level 6.
Yeah.
Ja, wie alt?
Hexblade though.
Sekunde.
So,
He may as well just press ult.
Ja.
yeah, it's going to be.
Self-Report in der Lobby, mein Freund.
And when this is going to be a bro and brew game, you may as well just make it dark to annoy your opposition.
Just flick the lights on and
Yeah, seriously.
just mess with
It's like a 5-year-old. You
Du
know,
klickst auf meinen Namen und schaust auf mein Bild.
light switches.
like Nosferatu with that SpongeBob episode. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, well, we're pressing the button and
Hör sofort auf, Bilder von anderen zu klauen.
get out of the way. And the ghost actually invests everything to avoid that. So, nicely done. We were making fun of it, and then immediately does the right thing.
Yep. Oh, Bubble was pretty close there.
Yep, Roma continuing to be frustrating.
Wirklich, WoW im Namen ist eigentlich immer ein Self-Report so 30 plus. Das ist einfach so.
Very unfun champion to play against.
I would say so. But,
Stimmt, warte mal. Konto 2013 erstellt.
What a copy pasta that does.
Stimmt, warte mal, von wann ist das Bild? Warte mal.
Now going for it again. Does get knocked back though. Is Dew in a pretty comfortable position and
Oh, Teddy hat noch Ulti ab.
deadly.
E-Willer. E-Willer. Oh, reicht.
Boom goes the fourth shot, and Dew's able to lock it down. There is another trouble bubble connecting as fourth bullet. Will it land on Namgung? That's the question. The answer is no. Roma is going to soak it up.
Yeah, I feel like that's the sort of play you go when you have your jungler backing you up, but Gideon's ult wasn't available, and Willow was just there. Like,
Yeah. And 2 plates went over to Yuka.
I think Willow was just kind of shadowing. He was like, I'm here if something happens, and then
Something
Eddie and Namgun jumped in, and he was like, oh.
Ich bin 30, 95er Baujahr. Ja, okay, scheiße.
I appreciate it.
Ja, okay.
Let's tango.
Passt.
And there's
Wir kommen jetzt zu 2 Wins for Bro, zweimal komplette Draftive, also insane Draftive, 2 Games am Stück. So unwinnable Games.
Only Zoe spam. That was my fault.
oh.
So there it is.
Yeah, you invited that.
I did. I will take full responsibility. As Rich, fighting against Carl.
Wieso bildet Tristana Collector?
We're looking at the top lane. And
Das ist eine grandiose Frage.
it's a 300
Tatsächlich.
lead for DRX. Nothing much else to report. Minute and a half on the second dragon of the game. Then we'll find out the soul.
We always have stacks on things like, you know, the Scion W. Like you can see next to Casting's name how many stacks he has, and the Syndra stacks.
Yep.
I love if we had grasp stacks, just so we could keep tabs
Oh
on which
yeah,
top
and
laner.
it should be like in bold lettering above.
Ja, wahrscheinlich hat es einfach kein BF-Base. Stimmt wohl.
Top laners winning
Yeah.
in the tanks, because like it doesn't actually matter what the health is, but and the farm is like, I mean, yeah, farm's kind of relevant, whatever, but really it's just like who got the most grasp stacks. That's what we care about. Whenever you're playing top lane tank versus tank, who got the most max health off the other tank.
Yeah, it's a very good point. We'll need to, maybe we can check in. We could have a grasp stack counter that someone could set up for us. As Paranoia goes in once again. World Ender is there in answer, but it's a decent
yeah.
and Magnus Storm from Nam going to hold them in position. Andel's going to go down as well. Paddle Star lands, and 2 lying on the floor 26 seconds before the Drake.
Yep, good engage there. Just instantly goes for the Aatrox. Doesn't give him any space really to kite or heal up. And the follow-up's there from the rest of the team. It felt like a coordinated attack from the bros.
Yeah.
And now looking for this dragon, and we'll answer our question. What will the soul be?
Well, 8 seconds. Willa might actually be able to make it over in time. It all kind of depends on how quickly Bro can get over there for the Drake, but it looks like they're not really prioritizing it as Dancing Grenade flies on forward. Gio is actually pretty powerful right now, currently ahead by about 300 gold, but still does want to get to that Ghost Blade before anything is really going to be attempted. As Rich gets out of the way, and Gio is now here, so Willa diving on over. DRX will be able to at least start off this dragon first.
Gideon doesn't have ult, so I think Bro are like tentative on contesting this.
Right now, there is a lot of vision in the area for the Bros, but they're not really able to do anything about it. And Orcs.
We called it. No, we knew it.
Beautiful.
We knew it.
Well played.
Yeah.
And honestly, not even evil this time. This is not Susja. Don't put that in the chat. Do not put that in the chat. Because this was what we wanted. We wanted the gentleman's agreement. Like, take out the value of the dragon.
One dragon
to give us an honest game of League of Legends.
One dragon each. Chemtech Soul.
Oh, haben die Damage gegen den Scion, Mann.
Yeah. We're gonna be here for a while. We're invested. I want to see.
I don't know.
Kingman's League of Legends.
Ich habe da meine
I want to see
Befürchtung.
beat his record for the longest game that he's played. His casting going to get pulled underneath the turret. Trade of ultimates here between himself and Rich.
Yep. Casting just shouting coward as he runs.
Mal schauen, wie OP Yukai sein wird. Ich weiß nicht. Schau Jin Items, ich weiß. Ich weiß. Wer den Cassante killt, trust, der Cassante wird sterben. Also, außer die griefen jetzt komplett, aber dieser Cassante, der wird sterben. Da mache ich mir weniger Sinn. Weniger Sorgen.
Already starting that one up. Roma with some information. As Namroon has to crash his way out of the way of Gio. All right, casting. Now with his Swifties completed. And Teddy and Gio just hanging out here in this mid lane. Rift Herald, not entirely sure what the status of that one is for now, but it is just down, so now I do. Shelly is now just going to be secured by Willa.
Yeah, they're neither support going bundle pipes, so sadly that meta has died.
Yeah.
They made it way more expensive.
It has been nerfed into oblivion.
They hate hearing the tunes, you know.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame.
The bundle tunes.
I'd probably still pay the premium for it.
It's really expensive.
Just like bundle pipes, man.
Yeah. Brendan does too. He was talking about his favorite song.
Really?
Yodel Over the Hill, he said was his favorite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was his favorite bundle pipe song.
I didn't actually know that one.
No, you didn't? Yeah, it's a really good one.
It's weird. I've just
Die Gassen sind so gut.
I like the
Die
instrument.
sind so gut im Scheiße reden und Zeitbridgen.
I don't have like a favorite bundle pipes band.
Oh, you don't have a
Yeah.
favorite... Like
I assume it'd
full
probably
band?
be the Bandle Pipers.
Oh, the Bundle Pipers,
The Bandle Pipers are pretty good.
A lot of people go to the
yeah.
Bundle Pipers. A lot of classics, you know.
I think Yasuo is the lead Bandle Piper.
Yeah,
Natürlich ist Elo ist komplett inflated, ja, na klar. So wie immer halt.
People expect
Ja.
it to be all yodels.
No.
Nothing new there, mate.
Conception.
No.
Common misconception.
Everyone is welcome in the Bandle Pipers. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Large entourage as well.
Oh, yeah. The entourage is largely Yordles, though.
Yes, yes, of course.
They are drawn to the sound of the bandle pipes. Wow, nothing has happened since we've had this ridiculous conversation, Fox. Like, this is the crazy part. There is a trouble bubble landing, but Roma doesn't quite have enough range on his trouble bubble. Sorry, his paddle star. So there you go. That's an explanation of what's happening in the game. What's your favorite?
LDR second bei Teddy. Ja, bitte LDR, nicht Mortal Reminder. Die kaufen HP, die kaufen alle HP. Geh bitte, Lord Dominik heute. Weißt du, liebst Mortal Reminder, aber geh bitte.
Yeah.
Oh, we got bandle pipes! Rich built it!
There we go!
I hope he
Geh bitte was anderes.
He rode the Vandal City. It's a classic.
Yeah, he must be rich. He bought the new bandle pipes. Oh, God. Obviously, the perfect person to purchase them.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Thank you, Rich. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. In the meantime, the Bro have put together like a 1.5k gold advantage. That was kind of there already because of Gideon picking up the couple of kills and them having a fair bit of control.
Machen wir Decke seine Bandle Pipes.
DRX are probably just casually okay with
Warte mal.
what's going. Probably wanting to fight around this next dragon, perhaps. See what the setup's going to look like. The problem is, Teddy is just going to continue drawing beads, right? And this Tristana is going to be more and more difficult to kill.
Yeah, that's a major concern. I feel like as well the Zoe is, I mean, not ahead, but just Zoe becomes so problematic if you can't get on top of her. And it's just the way team fight's going to be set up, right? You have the strong front line for Bro, you're firing off the trouble bubbles, and it's like it's on DRX to close the distance, because otherwise you're waiting for when...
Zweieinhalb sind ein Core-Item. I mean, das ist schon, ergibt schon Sinn, weil du halt perma-slows und so.
So I feel like
Aber
you have to try and pull the trigger sooner, otherwise the fight
nicht mehr so goldeffizient.
for Bro.
Yeah.
And as you said, the sustained damage of the Tristana is going to be there. Maybe a little later because it is a collector first Tristana, but we will see it.
Unstoppable Onslaught is going to get the flash out of Ju. Still takes the
Gut.
damage. Mega Cone is going to be there, so he's not likely to die, but that's still a lot of value from casting. Did have to invest his flash.
Wie auf dem Patch, wo 2-3 kostet? Ja, wir sind auf dem Live-Patch, da unten steht's. Hier unten, links unten. Patch 26.2. Ist Live-Patch.
That does translate to extra damage, okay?
True.
But just not attack speed. As alright, does manage to land that one as the anchor comes through as well from Andil. Still, casting just does not care. He's Scion. As, oh, that bubble, beautifully placed. Always satisfying to get it through that particular wall.
Yeah. Okay, Andil.
Ich darf meine Brille besorgen.
A little low. Oh, casting's TPing in with a big shield.
Yeah, bubble goes wide, but Roma will have another one of those pretty soon. Baron just sails by casually here as Rich, finding himself very far up. As another paddle star going to connect here. There's another deadly flourish to come down. The Nocturne secures the
Shut off Nautilus.
in the back of the pit, trying to get that steal off. As the curtains have been called, but all of the bullets
Boah, die machen 0 Damage.
and he just did not care.
Die machen kein Damage an Casting.
In the blink of an eye, as Roma is going to be able to line up the paddle star, and that is a kill and a Drake over to the Bros.
And Bro didn't even pop the Nocturne ultimate. They saved it. They held it. They were looking for an opportunity, but Gideon was like, hey, we won the fight. We got the dragon. We could chase down kills, but maybe be an overstep. And you know what that is? It's a thinking man's play.
Oh, yes, it is.
The play that didn't need to be made.
I feel like most people would have just said darkness in that moment. Gideon says no.
Flick the lights
Use
off
the
and on
light.
again?
Nope.
No.
Nope. He figured it out, you know? He flicked the lights off a couple of times at the beginning. He was like, that's what that switch does.
He realized...
I do not need to know more.
He realized that by leaving the lights on, DRX would have to spend more on the energy bill.
Oh, Teddy might be in trouble here as Yukao tries to line it up. Does, of course, have rocket jump. So
Yeah.
never mind.
Easy to get away.
All right, well, Scion got some trees to cut down. As there's a paranoia. Gideon just getting underneath this turret. Barrier is going to be there, though, so maybe a bit of a bridge too far. Maybe you just realized that, yeah, that button is...
Der Play ist aber, also dieser Play ist immer fein, wenn er nicht flashen muss, ne?
Itchy trigger.
Wenn er nicht flashen muss, ist dieser Play immer fein.
Can't hold it there
Yeah,
forever.
yeah.
Have to press it at some point. Gets the barrier of Jiwoo. Jiwoo does live, though, on the back of that.
Yeah, does now have his rapid fire cannon completed. And a quick cloak there as well. So DRX is cruising along. Still 3,000 gold in the hole. And the Bros feeling very confident with where the game is right now. What is this? Why do we keep looking at the tank matchup? As Rich and casting. Yep, continuing to fight. Willa moving over. Teddy
Really?
He's defending a very, very low turret.
Yeah, and with the Crystalline Overgrowth, it's one auto and it's gone. Jiwoo also has rapid fire, so
he could just walk up and shoot it, is what I'm thinking. And look at this. Wanders up and shot it. There it goes.
It's easy as that.
Gold lead down to 2,000 now. As Rich pushes Casting into the wall. Casting, I think, may have noticed.
Also, sie haben jetzt Kotze.
I'm making an assumption there.
Kotze.
May not have noticed.
Er ist mal von meiner gegangen, ich kann nicht mehr.
And the dark
Ich kann nicht mehr.
on the top side of the map, Yuko clears out the wave.
Teddy, wir müssen dich festnehmen.
Across the board though, here for the bros, even if they aren't very large outside of the jungle. And now they're looking to try and answer. That take is Teddy is going to get rooted up. Rocket jump, really good buffer on that one. As the curtains still being called through here, is now Rich looking for the angle, went all out onto Casting, but traded the ulti, finds the Q3 though, still trying to look.
Oh mein Gott.
Dodging a lot of these Qs is Casting, but Rich just doesn't care, he's under the...
Dieses Bandlepipe, okay, der Bandlepipe ist Textspiel auf Gesandter ist schon insane. Das ist schon, also, ist schon smooth.
From the top lane.
Ist schon smooth.
Honestly, the attack speed on the Bandle pipes, you can actually see how fast.
See, it's worth the extra money, Ox.
The value that Rich was getting in the all-in there, going pretty hard, able to get a solo kill. This is why we were looking at the top lane matchup.
Dude, he actually just did a Bandle pipe solo.
He did.
I think he must be the soloist in the Bandle Pipers.
We found him.
It's Cassante. It's been the Cassante the whole time.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Casting
he's just
not able to walk away
so fast. You don't. Honestly,
Krank.
I can't think of a time I've ever seen
Krank.
Sante with attack speed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it goes hard. Being able to build a tank item that gives you that attack speed. And yeah, this is why we're looking at the top lane matchup the whole time.
Yeah, I take it all back. That's actually really sick. His attack speed was 1.52. It's I think that's good.
That's crazy.
No, it really wasn't a thing. I was not expecting to be quizzed on Cassante attack speed numbers at this particular point in time. But here we are. And it's now built even more tanky items.
That's the thing with
shoes are going to come on through, I'm sure.
That's the thing with attack speed is like, you know, when you see a number, I'm like, that's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Or that's pretty slow. Or that's what an 80 carry should have. Or that's what Jin should have.
Yeah.
You know?
I think we know that Jin's doesn't move that.
1.52, that's pretty fast. That's like what an 80 carry should have.
Yeah. Jin's is 0.8. Terrible. Hopefully that improves later on in the game. Now the bros wanting to get themselves into position for soul point availability as we zoom all the way out. And the bros are considering moving over towards Baron, perhaps. Jiu is in an uncomfortable spot with a lot of bad guys around. Does have the rest of his team here. Oh, Casting got pulled back, but Ox, do not worry. He has teleport shield and he's Scion.
Yeah, he's pretty chill.
He will be all right.
Roma really wants to land a big bubble.
Oh, God.
Wir hooken da rein. Oh, Teddy ist tot. Teddy ist nicht tot. Oh, die Bros. Oh, die Bros. Oh, die Bros.
And the shutdown onto Gideon as well. And DRX say, we don't need your Chemtech Dragon.
Oh, die Bros.
And Andal, you know, he had that great game one. A little bit of a rough time in some of these games in the series, but that hook there. And this one as well. Another one lands onto Roma. There's the scat of the week as well.
Oh, die Bros.
Does manage to save his mid laner.
Haben die Damage?
Does buy a fair bit of time, but I think DRX is still going to be able to get this.
Ja, ne?
Unless Teddy can help out. I think Andal, actually looks to try and interrupt, but Teddy gets in the way. Paddle start does go a little bit wide.
Guys, I'm getting a little nervous.
Yeah, I'm very nervous. There is no paranoia though, so Gideon can't get over here. They're looking for the turn instead of going for this Baron. And instead, DRX are going to get nothing.
Oh, die Bros. Oh, die Bros, Mann, das Comeback hier möglich. Kriegen die dritten Drake auch noch?
Oh, that is beautiful. Rich even going to get interrupted. It's okay.
Ah, Rich hat die P up.
Back up. And
Roma aber auch.
It's actually nearly available.
Wait a second, yeah, are they just going to lose Drake?
Oh my God.
This is not how it was supposed to go. That Joker did not say do that.
DRX are getting back on the map. Rich's TP.
Wir kriegen wieder Zeit. Geilo.
And Paranoia just came back up. Let's see whether they can find the
Was?
It's Paranoia. It's back
Was?
once again.
Was? Was?
Unleashed power takes out the Nocturne.
Was?
No more smite for this battle as Casting gets
Gideon?
in his ultimate, torn back as Andal. Oh my God, he's bookended this series. series with great performances. Ignore the middle.
Gideon.
Don't look at it. But these last two have been brilliant. These hankers, man, they are magnetic.
Finding some great angles here. DRX get back on the map. Fight for Dragon again. They have to win this Dragon fight twice, but twice they did win it, and they will be rewarded.
All right, let's see it once again. Which fight is this? This is the first
one where he sniped. How did he get that?
Oh my God!
That was crazy. That angle, and Teddy does manage to just live with Flash and Rocket Jump, but he's out the fight.
Oh, ist Kacke.
And then everyone has to move to block him. Gideon's like, I need to get out of this, I'm gonna die. But he dies anyway, and the Rel goes with him. And then we have this goofiness with the Baron. We don't really see that. But this retake on the fight, Willa's pretty tanky at this point. He gets engaged on, dashes away, tanks to fear, and then the turnaround is swift. And Casting just can't get out. The Bandle Pipe is on top of him.
Yeah. And he just plays his tune. And down goes Casting one more time. DRX back out onto the map, but haven't taken the Baron in the time of that replay.
It's still close in terms of gold. There's still definitely ways that Bro can play the fights and win it, but it's been some good setups from DRX. Pen coming in from the 80 carries is pretty big.
Lieber Gideon der Welt, ja.
Also gone the Blackfire Torch
Oder.
Cosmic Drive combo. So the Cosmic Drive gives you movement speed whenever you deal damage, and with the dots from the Blackfire Torch, it's really easy to keep it up.
Yeah.
Especially when you're into like Scion and
First 16er Willa.
probably always gonna have it up. Once you hit a target, it's like
land a Q, and then you've basically got Ghost and then another Ghost.
yeah. So the uptime is really.
Und Deathcap fast fertig bei Sünder. Oi. Die Spikes sind massiv.
Constant mobility on that. Roma here going for the Banshees. Well, he might just sit on the
Yeah, I think
Verdant
the Verdant barrier.
Yeah, for the spell shield, but hard to fish for bubbles if there's a threat of being engaged on. Gideon just picked up a GA there, though.
Yeah, so Gideon is still pretty scary, just hasn't found very much value at all. And remember, he had the largest goal
So, ist Usual jetzt.
game.
Yeah.
Wenn der Cassante alles blockt, ja. Ansonsten macht immer noch Damage.
There's the Rabadons completed here for UCal. That is, like, those are 3 items, man. Like, that's 3 pretty good items.
That
So
they are.
this
Ja, Sünder ist OP.
very frightening.
And remember, it's a Chemtech Soul, and it's 2 dragons apiece. We are not anywhere near a Soul or an Elder, and we're 29 minutes into the game. So this is really that thinking man's game where like, they have to figure out another solution.
I'm trying to think about who plays bass in the Bandle Pipers. That's what I'm thinking. Trying to figure it out. I know that, you know, the Bandle Pipes is rich. Like, he's the guy. But, I mean, there's gotta be other...
What do you think Jaime plays in the Bandle Pipers?
Oh, keys. Definitely keys. 100%.
Yeah, no, for sure, actually. Why did I even ask?
Yeah, guaranteed. Like, he was actually the first one I knew was definitely a Bandle Piper.
I can't believe I asked something so stupid. I'm sorry.
I don't quite know who plays the drums. I feel like there's an obvious one for that too. I don't quite have it yet. It might be Olaf.
Olaf would be good. But isn't he in what's it?
Yeah, he plays guitar in what's the other one? Pentakill.
Yeah.
But I mean, he might moonlight.
Oh,
It's Karthus that's the drummer, right? Isn't it? Karthus that's the drummer?
Oh, I have some bad
Pentakill?
news. So the pop-up came there for Bandle Pipes, because I'm going to bought Bandle Pipes, but then refunded it and went.
Oh
lock
no!
it. So
Rel, no, maybe he had his
officially not in the Bandle Pipes.
Yeah, they just realized that in the law, unfortunately, Rel a little bit too recent. The Bandle Pipers have been around for quite a while, and
honestly, Rel could have been on like the steel drums or something. I know what they're doing.
playing her pants.
Yeah, I know what they're doing in the Bandle Pipers, but. Could have been. What could have been?
A tool-assisted Bandle Piper.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. All right, well, the Bros now getting into position around this Drake, but it's not up for another minute.
Early
really wanted to get a crab.
Yeah, early preparations, getting the vision set up. I think vision is key when you're playing into or with a Zoe.
Oh, Olaf was the drummer. I should have believed in myself. Thanks, chat. Yeah, Karthus was on his lead vocals.
Yeah. I did think it would make more sense for Olaf to be the drummer, but I trusted you.
Die Series läuft ja immer noch. Yep.
I should have trusted my initial thought. But I was
Und
like,
ich habe noch keinerlei Vertrauen in die.
it's all right. Will
I love your initials.
yeah.
Gotta be
I
wrong.
must be wrong.
Null Vertrauen in die Bros hier noch zu gewinnen.
All right, another hook going to connect, but it's onto the Scion.
Damage check auf Casting.
Didn't know whether they wanted to push him away or bring him closer as well, as the scat of the week did come on through. Just ate a bunch of cooldowns, but not exactly the big ones here. So casting looking a little worse for wear, but I think there's still some fight in the bros. 11 seconds, and it's soul point for either side. The bros do get themselves in there, as Roma doesn't have his verdant barrier anymore. Another hook to start it up, but once again it's on the Scion, and now they're looking for Namgung. Not going to be able to get any engages out of this rel, as she is just dead. The unleashed power onto any target here, says Yukal, as the depth charge is going to knock up the Zoe, and that is a paranoia used in defense.
Ja, keine Hoffnung mehr in die Bros.
I've seen one. DRX just free to take the Drake.
Yeah, just backing away, popping the Nocturne ult defensively, not able to find the angle, and the bubble just never connecting onto anyone they really want to commit to.
And this is one of the problems with Zoe. It's so obvious when you don't hit your abilities, because you just kind of roll over.
I mean, there's a little bit of damage onto Willa, but these bubbles keep hitting the tanks, and that's the beauty of this composition. You know, you have a Xante who can press W when the bubble hits. You have a Nautilus who's a support. If he dies, who really cares that much?
Yeah.
I know the support life.
And he'll probably cares a bit. But that's it.
He's willing to sacrifice himself, and Namgung just gets completely exploded when he makes the mistake of existing, unfortunately. That's the truth of League of Legends as a support and pro play.
Yeah.
Gets this point of the game, and the enemy mid laner has lots of expensive items, and you just kind of die.
Yeah, and the thing that I actually really want to commend DRX on is oftentimes if you use the unleashed power on someone that isn't high value, it can be really good. But the bros didn't get any value out of the rel, right? Magnus Storm is such a big deal, and without that extra layer of frontline, they literally couldn't do anything.
You just cut the engage before it happens.
Jin macht jetzt halt auch Damage, ne? Das ist die Sache.
You know, Bro are waiting for this pristine moment where the bubble hits the right target, Gideon can go in, they can get a big engage, they can follow up, but it's just not happening. And I think we've seen so many Zoe games where everything's gone right, and this is an example of when it's not going right.
Yeah.
And you can see
Warum ist Willa Level 17? Jungle Roll ist OP.
for the bros. You know, okay, there's one under the Nautilus.
Jungle Roll ist OP, deswegen.
He cues away, there's members there to block it, there's no vision there. So what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. Because Roma is hitting bubbles. It's just, there's always people there to block, or it's hitting the target who's specifically there to soak it, you know?
Yeah,
like
or it's hitting them when there's no follow-up to be had. There's no opportunity for Gideon to go in, right?
Yeah.
It's also DRX playing well around space that's unknown, right?
Exactly.
And getting vision where they can. And this is what happens. This is the benefit of being ahead and having a tempo advantage in the game, is that you get to put wards down. And that's really important against Zoe especially.
I think also the fact that it is a Jhin, right? I know, I'm sorry to say this, I know how you feel about him, but...
Honestly, it's looked pretty good this
Ja, aber Jin ist jetzt stark, also das Argument, naja.
Sit 7, 8 miles back and just doesn't ever have to be anywhere vaguely near.
Yeah. And then when, you know, you are winning the fight, he just gets to come in and shoot 4 times and reload.
Yeah. Honestly, not even sure if he needs to reload at this point.
Fast Level 20 auf Bridge.
Reloads in a cool way, because someone dies initially to his spells, and then he has 4 shots for the
Goes Vertigo.
people.
Yeah. But the thing to be said is, you know, it's still close in terms of gold. The soul isn't super meaningful. Teddy's starting to ramp up some...
Wenn wir das gewinnen, ist super wichtig für das große Beste bei der beiden Gruppen. Also, warte, wer ist wir? Bist du für die Bros? Also, I'm sorry to tell you, son, aber diese Zoe hat keinen Void Staff und kein Death Cap. Und die Zoe ist fast tot.
Yeah,
Send him home, but isn't really doing
Und Teddy geht.
pretty close because he gets
Ja.
he goes under a certain amount of health.
Hexblade?
Yeah.
Was kaufen wir jetzt? Ist das Ist das Hexblade?
Died there. If there was like a little bit more damage, he would have gone down. So Roma lucky to survive.
Yukal also presses to the ghost
Warte
button.
mal, gewinnst du in der LFL gerade?
Oh, there's we're practicing the combos here between Yukal and Jiu. And it is something you can actually do. You can fish really effectively with a composition like this, with the amount of
Ich bin neues Second Game gegen.
little CC that they have.
I think that's what makes it so effective into the Zoe as well, is that there's a lot of accountability.
Yeah.
I think there's some comps where it's like Zoe just functions and never has to be held accountable for how she plays, so she can just fire off and play really aggressive. But with this comp, I mean, there, you just had your...
Second Div Team LFL Winter so ein Tournament-Format.
Have to be a bit careful when you're fishing.
Syndra-Stacks hat man normalerweise im Overlay drin, da oben in ihrem Porträt, aber die ist full, ja. Und dann ist es weg. Haben die Bros doch Damage? Warte mal. Oh. Tschüss. Tschüss. Und Roma ist da. Oh, tschüss. GG. GG.
Deadly flourish from off screen is exactly exactly what Gio wants to do. Walks up, throws out the bullet, and even has time to reload before the Scion goes again. DRX find a clean, almost a clean ace. Somehow Gideon makes it out alive.
And I think that might just be enough. They're looking for the end. Gideon can't get a recall either. 5 members up.
Oh man, the Bros
so
incredibly close to glory here in this best of 5. But unfortunately, looks like DRX are going to put an end to it. As the inhibitor is going to go down, 5 members strong, looking to close in on these Nexus turrets.
Teddy geht Edge of Night wirklich.
He's going to get flashed here by Namgung. Does manage to get the Shattering Strike onto a couple, but still, he's going to be going down. In goes Gideon, desperately trying to find a kill. Does get it onto UCal here.
Wow, seine Carry Spawn ist nicht over. Okay.
Trying to be annoying.
Hey, immerhin.
The pullback from the Infernal Chain, so it is going to be Nocturne going down, but the GA
Wunderbar.
is going to buy enough time to save the game for now.
That's enough. Teddy's here.
Yeah. Wants to try and find an explosive charge. Does get that. As now a teleport's coming in. Oh, never mind. Maybe we spoke the eulogy a little too early. As Anchor, Andal realizing that he's in a lot of trouble. Blast Cone comes on through. Actually breaks the CC quite nicely. Speaking of breaking CC.
Das ist Silence Balance oder was? Also kann dieses TP-Schild mal runtergehen oder ist, also was ist hier los?
Just yet though, and there is still power here as Rich will pull Teddy over the wall, just gets him out of the fight, convinces the Bros to let them leave, and Casting says, all right, I'm out. A gentleman's game. Because now,
and now Willis
DRX would like to take a dragon.
Yeah, but I think Bro might be able to force them away here. Willis still hovering around.
And what is the gentleman's thing to do? Give the dragon to the Bros.
It would be.
Because they don't have as many dragons.
Yeah, that would be fair. Willis doesn't seem to want to do that, though.
Yeah, he's in the back of the pit for the moment.
Gideon's
Rich is
now
very
up,
scary.
though, but he's clearing the waves.
Okay, so the game almost ended. Instead, Chemtech Soul. Over to an Aatrox, Cassante. Yeah, scary composition. Let's have a look at how this fight went, though. This was beautifully retaliated here by DRX.
Yeah, big poke onto UCal. Makes it seem like it's going to be a good play, but you know the flash ends up turning it around. Engage comes in, but again, you're really onto the backline. Rel gets blown up, Locket comes in, backline's still alive, and they
Guter Stun auch von UCal.
Roma, importantly, and then Rich jumps on a Teddy. Teddy tries to go in to get some cleanup resets, but it's just kind of to his doom, and Casting is just in the mixer.
Yeah.
I feel like this Cassante is getting so much more value in these fights.
Rich has honestly been an absolute hero in these games for DRX. I have to say, this is one of the more impactful Cassantes and the more impactful Jins that we've seen throughout. I get a little bit anxious because sometimes they don't do a whole lot. And look at this, Dew topping the damage in this game. Ignore the second place because it doesn't make much sense, as obviously our top laners have just been hitting each other all game long. It makes that stat very confusing. As DRX now with the Chemtech Soul, pushing forward.
I mean, it was already a struggle to kill them, and we often talk about Chemtech Soul not being the most value, but
look at the items on Willa and his Aatrox
are like, when people say, okay, Chemtech Soul's not good, but the champions who are good with it, it's always Aatrox Cassante.
Yeah.
Those are always the champions. People say,
ja, Kollege Teddy ist OP. Wie wäre es mit einem Finish?
DRX actually getting a good amount of value from this. Rich purposely puts himself low health, and Willa, we've all seen when Aatrox goes a little bit under half health.
His health bar is a rubber band.
Yeah. Roma fishing.
We'll find the bubble onto Willa here. Thinking about looking for an angle, but
okay, I don't understand Teddy's build.
Well, he went to
ja, da fehlt auf jeden Fall noch ein BT.
Attack damage items. Okay, Paranoia is going to get popped here. Let's see whether the Bros actually pull the trigger. So they don't quite find a way in. And
oh yeah. Oh yeah, die machen beide nichts. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just couldn't quite get it.
Oh yeah, die machen beide gar nichts.
Or a spell shield.
Yeah, he's got a spell shield, right? But a lot of lethality into some quite tanky targets. I keep seeing him hit Rich, and he isn't doing much damage. I'll tell you that much.
No, I never thought of Tristana as a lethality champion. Maybe because she is. But Trouble Bubble going to go wide once again here. As the bros don't want to give this one up. Hook going to connect onto the Scion once again. Teddy, now with that rapid fire, able to get some stuff done. Not to be confused with the rapid fire cannon, as once again another hook connects onto the
Casting ist tot, oder? One-shot ihn. Wo ist meine Syndra-Ulti? Was macht Namgung? Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott.
Oh dear.
Oh mein Gott.
And this time Yukao didn't even have to use his ultimate.
Oh, do you go for a steal? They could end the game if this goes badly for Bro.
Well, this is kind of exactly what Zoe wants.
You also don't have vision into the pit is the problem. How do you get a look in? It might have to be casting to
put his body in there. Let's see. Another hook going to connect though as they just turn onto the Scion. And he's going to take some killing, but they have the time to do it. Oh, the unleashed power from
Schön von Yukao. Richtig schön von Yukao. Und der lebt auch noch. Oh mein Gott. Er lebt nicht. GG. Diesmal for real, for real. GG. Gut von Yukao. Geiler Teamfight von Yukao.
This should be enough to end. Roma and Namgun have to try, but I just don't think it's enough. 4 members strong. Just the Nexus Towers.
And we've been in this position before, but this one is looking so much more dire here for the bros. Namgung not going to be able to do anything about this. That Nexus turret goes down for the second time.
GG.
Roma still does have his shield, but Jiu is just so dangerous on this Jhin. He'll just blow up the Nexus and use his reload timing to take down the Zoe as well. Last shot comes in, and DRX, it took them the full 5